Hello everybody, welcome to iOS Blue. My name is Counterfeit alongside Deedless. And Deedless, we have got ourselves the first of our two iOS competitions of the weekend.
Oh yes, and Counterfeit, we do have a bunch of teams ready here for this iOS Blue one. We have 4 Japanese squads and 1 Indian squad already ready and signed in and checked in, so the bracket will be up shortly.
Alright guys, before we get to our first ESL game of the day, please do come and join us live on iOS. If you might just happen to have an iOS device, you can join us on stream using the passkey ESL123. Swoosh! There you go, that's our first game. So, we'll get in as many games as we can over the course of today as our teams fight for their share of $100 dingoes. You said, do this. It is a very Japanese-centric tournament here today. And a lot apparent. Well, Uno, our admin for today, who is also a long-time MC5 player, has given us a heads up that there are some names in these teams which some of you long-time players might well recognize. Poon, from coming up from before. I do recognize Poon's name. I'm going to look through their history.
I recognize MIT as well. They are playing on Poon's team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Poon playing on Poon Company alongside MIT.
Hey there, Doc MC5, Ian Hamilton, and of course, Hero Gaming Simon. How you guys all doing? Steel Warrior, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you guys are making friends. I hope that some of you guys will come and, well, consider joining in with future ESL competitions. Details in the chat right now. Let's see, so we've got Soldier to play against, but I'm pretty sure we've got some more iOS warriors ready to take up the mantle of the best of the rest. Hero Gaming Simon. Throwing up the shaky hands. I like your style. Let's see. We've got links online. Any of you guys who do play in the community games today, do make sure to add me up as a friend and get direct invites to future games. For now though, let's see. So, Dealers is... Let's see. So, I'm not sure if Uno is going to be our full-time admin. He's certainly got a lot of the teams signed into today, but he may not be with us for a long haul. So, we'll update you guys as and when it does happen. Goose, welcome. I think if we can get Goose in, we'll just get this one started so we can have a game on stream for you guys. There we go. Alright, Goosey, we're going to be trying out some of the weapons that were suggested to us in the previous stream, which was on Android.
Ooh.
So, this should be interesting.
This will be spicy.
Alright, so what have we got? We've got a KR-15. We've got... What else have we got? We've got something in here, I'm sure. There we go. We've got the FS-80. Let's give that a try. So we've had a lot of claims that some of these lower tier weapons are just as good as the higher tier. I don't know if this is actually really the case, but we'll find out, I suppose. ESL 123, come and join the game when it's underway. We'll be running as many community games as we can over the next couple of hours or so, which I anticipate our tournament will probably take around that long to complete. So we want to make sure that by the end of it, we've killed as many of you as we can. What are we stuck on? We got goosed in the caboose. Ian Hamilton, a video shouldn't be lagging.
Goosed in the butt.
It was a classier way of saying it. Yeah, we're not dropping any frames on this end, Ian, so it might be worth trying to reload. It shouldn't be. But if anyone else, if it is happening for other people, then maybe we'll do a quick restart on the stream. Otherwise, hopefully it's not a global problem. Ah, it looks like. Gosh, we don't very often get... Well, I suppose this is the benefit of having Uno in as a former MC5 pro player. That he's got some specific matches he'd like to see, so I think we should have some good stuff to start off today. Let me just bang up the volume actually on the game as well, because I realised that it's probably set to too low. Oh, it's set to none at all. I don't know if this gun is any good. I'm gonna go out with no. It's got quite a big magazine, but the bullets do not seem to do a lot of damage. Maybe it's just... Wait, am I playing on the recon class or am I playing on the stock class? I can't even tell. Oh man, this is like the worst way to run. That is doing no damage at all. Huh. I think we might have been bamboozled, dealers.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Comfort.
Well, at least...
If I'm being a bit quiet, everyone, then it's just because I'm trying to figure out which game to pick up first on our stream. As I'm chatting with admin, you know, who is our admin for today.
Aha, we got someone! It took a while. Yeah, Ian, I'm not sure what's happening with your video, but if anyone else does have the same problem, do let me know. It shouldn't be, but if more than one person's had the problem, then it's definitely me. If not, then it's more likely to be you, because it should be okay here. There's no reason why our video should be lagging. Arturo Alexander Figueroa, you're from Android, can you play? Unfortunately, the Android competition has just passed. You're going to have to wait a couple more weeks before that comes around once again.
Okay, Counterfeit, we do have a passkey in the chat.
Excellent.
So it's going to be Sons of Anarchy versus Starks Gaming, or Star Gaming rather.
Okie dokie. Right, so let's get into all of the action. So yes, Arturo, I'm very sorry that you've just missed out on the Android. I do hope you come and sign up for the next one though, which should be in 2 weeks' time. So let's see. So we've got our pass key. That's a little unusual, but let's see if it works. Oh, it does. Excellent. Alright, so Deedless, if we're to look at our two teams playing here today, if I remember what you said before, we are very heavy on Japanese teams, so I'm assuming that our two teams playing it coming up are both from there as well.
Yes, we only have one team from elsewhere, and they're from India. They are already in that lower semi-final, so we're not going to be streaming them quite yet. First off, it is going to be Sons of Anarchy versus Star Gaming from Japan.
Alright guys, dropping the bracket information into the chat so you guys can see what's going on. So if the Sons of Anarchy and Star Gaming get through that first round, who will they then go on to face off against?
Well, if one of them make it past this first round, they're going to face off against a Japanese squad with a name consisting of Japanese letters. So I'm not quite sure what they're called. Let me put that through Translate real quick. It translates into Gabaman Empire.
Ah, Gabaman Empire, huh? Sounds fun.
Yeah, let's try and Google that real quick. Yeah, can't see anything, or doesn't really give me anything. So let's just call them Gabaman. Or let's call them Empire. That's probably easier.
All right. So welcome to the Empire. Lovely stuff. So guys, we're waiting on our teams to arrive. So I hope you guys are ready for our first round of ESL. Is it Kanak? As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any plans to work on Modern Combat 6 at the moment, but I'm glad that you would like to see it. Me Sweet, I can tell by your name that you might be now in the Call of Duty mobile circles. Thank you for still dropping by the stream and seeing how we're doing. Let's see. Oh. Getting a message from what appears to be one of our players. Hey, Maria Olivares. So, D-List, I did enjoy our talk before when we ran out of things to say.
Are we talking about what now?
Oh, we were talking about our favourite warm drinks.
Well, I feel like it was more you talking about favorite warm drinks because, you know, I kind of just said that I like tea and that was it.
Oh, sorry, just a second. So if any of you guys do run into any problem in the competition, you can file a ticket directly through to the admins. You don't need to actually be even part of a tournament to do that. You just need to sign up through the ESL. Go to the ESL tournament page, go to support, and then you can send a message directly through to the admin. I'll say something which I'm going to have to say to the player who's contacting me directly is, as casters, we don't have any control over the tournament at all. So please get in touch with the admins if it does happen. Let's see. So we're just seeing if we can find out what's happening with our two Japanese squads here. So we've got Star Iluk in the lobby. So that must be from Star Gaming. That's right. So Iluk is the team owner, Vodka the team manager, with Onion, ROF, and Zelu all on the squad. I suspect all of them are here. The Sons of Anarchy, headed up by Sakai, with players like Brexit, Delian Gaming, Maso, Sakutama, Veronica, Who Am I, and Zara. Some familiar names in there as well. The Sons of Anarchy have actually been around for a while, and they've been doing pretty well. So I'm surprised to see them not here on time.
Well, Confid, I'm sure they'll join up in just a second. I've told our admin that we are still missing a few players, but it should come up soon.
Alright, so Deedless, let's see. We need to find something to pass the time while we wait for our first ESL match to begin. In Hamilton, can you play this game on the phone? Why, of course you can. You can play it on Android or on iOS. I think you could probably... Yeah, I don't think the system requirements is super high. Though the Battle Royale mode, I think, takes a little bit more. Do you think the standard game is playable on most stuff? Oh, hello. What's this? More players showing up? Lovely. So we've got... Looks like it's actually going to be Star over on the right-hand side. Presumably the Sons of Anarchy over on the left. So let me tell you, Deedless, a little bit about the Sons of Anarchy. They've lost 3 times in a row to Old Glory, which you'd say, that doesn't seem that impressive. But it is more interesting because for a team to lose 3 times in a row to Old Glory means that they have pretty much had to have made it to the finals. Because if you were, you lose them once, that's something that could happen to you in the first round. But to lose them 3 times in a row means you must have been consistently placing highly in the tournament. Otherwise, you would have just, ended up losing to somebody else. So with that reasoning, the Sons of Anarchy, who I just turned up right now, should actually be a pretty good squad. I'm not just saying that because they've got Sakai, Brexit, and Delian Gaming on the team.
No, I can follow your logic, that they usually tend to get fairly high up, but that they just always fall prey to the same team. Yeah, I can get behind that kind of it. It makes sense. Hopefully we can see them perhaps overcome their obstacle today.
Let's see. Let's have a look into the history of the squad. So, if for any of you guys who aren't aware, if you're interested in a particular team in ESL competition, there's actually a history tag or tab you can go to, which I think we missed for quite a long time because it wasn't really that obvious. But from there, you can see a blow by blow of how the team has developed. So, for example, in the case of the Sons of Anarchy, Masawo, Veronica, and Delian Gaming, and we can see Macedon and Veronica there, they're actually very new to this team. They've joined today alongside Delian Gaming. So this is actually a fairly different Sons of Anarchy squad that did so very well before. They've had members like Danny and Subway leave recently, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Hero Gaming Simon, thank you for providing the link to download from the App Store. But yeah, MC5 available on the App Store if you're on iOS, from the Google Play Store if you're on Android, and if you're on PC, you can get it on the Windows Store or on Steam, which I particularly like because it's easier to spectate things on Steam because of the way it works. And it wasn't on Steam for quite a long time. I remember saying to Dillis to Radu, our community manager, it would be neat if it was on Steam, and he said, "Yeah, it ain't never gonna happen." And then it did, Dillis, and then it did. What a glorious day that was.
Well, you know what kind of is. Sometimes you just need to talk to people and have them do stuff for you. So, kind of it. Let's make some predictions. Who do you think will take this game? Obviously, the easy bet would be to say that it would be Star Gaming. Obviously, since on Sonicky they've lost them quite a lot in the past. But I feel like it's your lucky day. So
my lucky day?
If you bet on Sons of Anarchy, perhaps they'll find their first victory against this squad that's kicked them out so many times.
Wait, I feel like we're maybe confusing things a little bit here. Star Gaming is a new team here today.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I must have been unclear. For Sons of Anarchy, it's Old Glory who actually are not playing today as far as I'll just double check and write that one. Yes, Old Glory haven't attended this tournament, so the team that would normally beat out the Sons of Anarchy is absent for this tournament. The Star Gaming squad, I think they were formed just under a month ago, but this is the first tournament they'll be playing in. Iluk, Vodka and Onions, certainly, and I think RF and Zulu probably as well, the whole roster. I believe they are veteran players, but as a team, I don't believe they played together, officially anyway.
I do feel like I've seen Star Gaming around before, though you do make a good a good point. At least Vodka is a member of both Engraved on Memory and Roxas.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've seen several teams where they'll have multiple incarnations of their squad, so it's quite possible Star Gaming has been around the block and this is just, this particular version. But let's get things underway for our first official ESL game of the day. Sons of Anarchy and Star Gaming looking to go forward and face off against... Oh, darn it, what's the name of that team? The other Japanese team. The Army?
The Empire?
Empire, that's right. Empire.
Gabaman Empire.
Gabaman Empire. Fantastic. The Sons of Anarchy?
Called Empire.
Yeah.
To make it easier.
The Empire waiting in the semi-finals for whoever wins out here. But it looks like already we've got an intriguing development list that only 3 players from the Sons of Anarchy squad have actually connected to this first game.
Yeah, not a good look for them at all here to begin with. Obviously, when you are in a quarterfinal already to begin with, You do have a longer way to go, so the more members you can field, the better. So right now, with you only having 3 players, it doesn't bode too well for your team.
We can see Zara with that Jade Stone Cog V, the sign of a distinguished player, of course. Doing some real nice stuff before getting shot in the back, and that's going to happen a lot when you are outnumbered 5-3. It's so hard to keep your flank secured. You got to keep on firing and moving. Maria Olivares? Strong arm them works too. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Maria, but it sounds like a good idea. So you see Veronica sitting up on top of the steps, trying to find the perfect place to snipe from, checking with the rest of the map. Yeah, we've got a bit of a standoff here. Masuo and Zara down on the south side of the map, while Veronica moves forward on the north, gets taken down. We have seen teams win a 3 versus 5, but this doesn't seem to be moving in that direction.
Oh no, they're already behind 4 kills, Counterfeit. Not a good look here. Now with Star Gaming in control of the game, they can just slow it down. There's no reason for them to really hunt these kills. Just wait for your opponents to come to you. Gain a lot of ground to work with, and then just wait for your opponents, as I said, to come to you, and then just cut them down when they overstep their boundaries.
What I'm liking is, well, from the Star Gaming is how they're executing on this, though I might be forced to eat these words in a second, that they've been able to keep the Sons of Anarchy at arm's length, but now only 1 kill ahead. Maybe that strategy isn't the one they should be going for here, as Zara, the beautiful grenade hit through, picks up kill number 7.
But now, Sons of Anarchy, Counterfeit, they're fighting their way back. They are not giving up despite them only having those 3 players. Right now, only 1 kill behind Star Gaming. So Star Gaming, perhaps playing a bit too passively. Even though I said they don't need to hunt for kills, perhaps they can afford to do that now that they have 2 players more than their opponents. They can afford to just go out and hunt and find those kills as they're doing right now.
The prime hunters seem to be Vodka and Iluk, team leader of the Star Gaming squad. I think we are back into comfort territory for the Star Gaming team. So this is why I think it makes sense for Veronica and the rest of the squad to go charging in and trying to break Star Gaming out of this keep away style that serves them so well so far.
But I like Counterfeit how Zara, they are just keeping behind Star Gaming all the time, despite them only having those 3 players. Those 3 players. They are making sure to stay competitive. They are making sure to fight and try to find those isolated targets. It's working out, and they are therefore only just 2 kills behind.
Vodka and the rest of the team, they're trying to draw the Sons of Anarchy into a brawl near the museum entrance where their superior numbers can really take effect. It's making a lot of sense to stick around Big Head as they're doing right now and try and limit down the size of the battlefield for less room for the Sons of Anarchy to maneuver.
Oh, good shot there from CeeLo. Zara, however, finds a kill onto one of those members from Star Gaming. 4 kills up. Star Gaming aren't exactly out of the woods yet, Counterfeit, but time is running out and we haven't exactly seen Sons of Anarchy in the lead in this game quite yet, so with the timer running out, we need to start changing things up.
Good disengage from Masuo on there, trying to get the regen off before the damage comes through. Able to regen up to full health, but while they are away, the rest of Star Gaming are laying into the Sons of Anarchy. It's a heroic effort from the Anarchists so far. But with Zara taking themselves out with a grenade and Veronica falling down as well, there's only 2 minutes left for the Anarchists to recover this somehow.
Fighting all around. John finds a kill right there, 2-2.
6 behind. Veronica does manage to pick up another one. I can only imagine what the Sons of Anarchy will be able to do with all 5 of their members. in Stargaming's defense, I don't imagine they've been in this situation very much to know how best to take advantage of their additional numbers, as Zara picks up another, charging up and down the stairs, drops on the grenade to try and cover their retreat. Will fall down, but it's so close. We've got barely over 1 minute left in play for our very first ESL game of the day. Stargaming, they seem like they've almost got this one, but almost isn't quite good enough. Master taking out. That's a double kill coming through for the Sons of Anarchy squad. They've tied it up with 47 seconds left on the clock. Zara, unstoppable. 18 kills so far. The most kills in the game. Charging forwards. Changing weapon directly in front of Stargaming. Can't quite get the grenade toss off. I think did more damage to themselves than the opposing side. But the Anarchists, they've got 30 seconds left to stay ahead. Veronica up by Big Head, trying to play for time here. Does get cut down. Massimon gets the melee kill with a sniper. That is a bold move as Zara picks up Star. The control of the museum entrance is still with the Anarchists as they go for the 1v1 again. Zara gets the kill and somehow 3 versus 5. The Sons of Anarchy take our first game and Stargaming are left scratching their heads. What on earth just happened? There we see it, Zara with the glowing green jade of a well-used COG-V. Very, very nicely done. 21 kills. I mean, admittedly, that was only 2 more kills than deaths, but that's still a hell of a big number. Guys, we're going to get our first community game of the day set up. ESL 1, 2, 3. Come and join us live on stream. Hero Gaming Simon throwing out the handshakes to everyone. Thank you very much, Hero Gaming Simon, for your time this evening. Hero Gaming is our moderator for the chat. One of the smartest guys around, so if you've got any questions and we're too busy with the game, please do chuck them their way. And let's get this next game started. Hey MIT, how you doing? Are you playing in today's competition? I didn't actually look at all of the teams. Let's see. Kinksy. Oh, that's right, you're playing in Poon Company. Cool. In the lower semi-final. Lovely. Hey Tempo, how you doing? Yes, that was a pretty crazy last game. I hope we get to see more of that. I don't think I've really seen the 3 versus 5 turn around quite as dramatically as that before. But hey, if the job gets done, all credit to Zara. That was some pretty gnarly stuff in that last game. Good to see what some of these guys are capable of, as hey, MIT gonna be in our team for this time round. Let's see if we can grab at least 1 or 2 more people to get this one started. Who's that? Ah, it's Pawn down there. Excellent. Let's see. I'll try and see if we can grab 1 more player. Just because this is one of the bigger maps. And then we'll get started. Excellent. Welcome, Delian. Let's see if you want to join before I end up starting and kicking you out of the lobby. Maria Olivares, what happened with triple team battles? I'm just going to check I've got that written down.
You know everything that the NXT champion...
Gosh. Sorry, I've got a bit of a problem with things coming up on my thing. Do apologise. Right. Oh, sorry, Taco. I think we just kicked you out. Maria Olivares. Yes, I will check that I've got that noted down as the triple team battles, because I thought that was a cool idea. Let's see. I'll write it down again. 2v2v2 or 2v2v2v2. Why not have quadruple team battles? Alright.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, well, hello there. We're trying out one of our new guns. I forgot which gun it is, but it looks a bit like an AK.
Well, perhaps it is an AK.
Ah! Oh, did we accidentally... Let's see, it's a KR-15, so it's just looks like the world's most generic assault rifle. I think we need to do a little bit of UI rearrangement. Let's see. There we go. That should be right. Joaquim Candida, how's it going? I can see you guys are memeing pretty hard in the chat. And honestly, that's what you guys are here for.
You know what, kind of it. After all, memes are what brings the world around. Also, now we don't have a passkey, so let's get rolling into game number 2.
We don't have a passkey, or we do have a passkey?
We do have a passkey.
In that case, let's get down to business, guys. ESL 123. Dinas Gaming, your favorite sniper weapons. I'm a big fan of the Imp. I think there's some very interesting gameplay there. I don't think I've got... I don't tend to play sniper too often personally. I don't know, but Deedless, are you a snipey boy?
Ooh, it depends on which game we're playing in. MC5, I would probably go for SMGs instead. I can hit way more stuff with that.
Let's see... if that first one's working. Ah, it is. Okay. Yes, Adina Gaming. Whoa. I don't know quite what's going on in the chat, but we'd ask you guys to chill out a little bit. I'm just going to throw out some timeouts there. I don't really understand what's going on, if people are just memeing. Or what, but I don't think that's really what we want in the chat. Apologies for you guys. Right, so we've got a flip around. Sons of Anarchy with the first game off of the back of Zara. Hopefully, we can actually see what a full-strength Sons of Anarchy squad are capable of. Whew. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so we'll be getting our first game. Oh, sorry, our second game of this one started. There we go. There's our title, a bit longer than the previous one. So we'll see what the rest of the team can do. So certainly we've seen Brexit do some pretty impressive stuff for themselves. Veronica doing some good work in that last game, especially once it came to the commander, just providing enough space for the squad. I think Star Gaming really are going to be hurting after the previous game. Losing 5 versus 3 is something that happens only very rarely to nearly any of our teams. I think there can be something said for thinking that the game is pretty much guaranteed to be yours, and so not going as full force after the opposition as possible. Especially in the case of the Sons of Anarchy, who managed to use the map really well to try and minimize the numbers advantage that Star had to offer. One more player to come in, and there we go. Star Gaming brought up to full strength. The construction site will be where we'll be heading for their second clash. Star Gaming, I think, probably embarrassed, frustrated, thrown off by the results of the previous game, which seemed to be almost guaranteed to be theirs. Now with the construction site, many less places to hide on the map. But the Sons of Anarchy could be running with a full roster. We shall see shortly, or if we'll get another 3 versus 5. Looks like it's not this time. Makes you wonder how differently the Sons of Anarchy are going to be playing this game. Now they've actually got somewhere approaching the same amount of players. Iluk picking up the first blood as Brexit trays it back. We got some sniper fire going across the outsides of the construction site, this definitely seems to favor the team with the most kills. Remember from before, Dealers was mentioning that trying to open up these sniper lanes for Star Gaming was the right move to go for, especially now they've got the numbers advantage. You can see they've got the 2 snipers on the roster, Zilu and ROF, up on the bridge for Vodka as well, keeping total control over the outside. Hey MIT, how ya doing, huh? 1 minute down. Star Gaming looking pretty darn good here. Iluk, team leader, the score leader as well. The Sons of Anarchy, I think it's right with the map we've got here that they've got so fewer options. They're going to have to get into a long-range sniper battle. And when you've got 2 firing lines against each other over an open field, the team with the most guns is almost guaranteed to win as Zara gets run down. Nice couple of kills there for Veronica, though, as they come in from the alternate angle and clean up. Look, keeps the points flowing back in, but it's no way a guaranteed win for Star Gaming. Now only 1 picked off kill from being equalized on, and that's exactly what will happen. John manages to go into close quarters as perhaps Star realize they need to mix up their strategy. As you can see, the red team, they've actually taken over the sniper's nest entirely. Brexit can't quite get the last hit in. Zara does keep dancing in the middle with backup from Veronica. Going to be going face to face with the Rager Pistol dancing between, managing to escape back out the other way end, but run down by Zilu. Star Gaming, they've managed to hunt down and finally bring their numbers to bear against the Sons of Anarchy. Hey Decoy, how you doing? Taco, wait, where's Taco in the chat? I don't know. Nerve, welcome to the stream. We've got ourselves a tournament which I think might be nearly all Japanese teams at this point, as our Japanese teams have turned out in force for today's competition. Sons of Anarchy definitely come in as the favourites, as they are a team who've only been defeated by Old Glory in recent times, and Old Glory are not taking to the field today. Four minutes left to play. Sons of Anarchy do get ahead though. Brexit gets 2, but Vodka immediately trades back. Very nice sniping action as Masuon. Good snipe back in return. Sons of Anarchy are ahead. The Sons have to win this game or they are donezo in the tournament, getting knocked out immediately. 3.5 minutes left to play, dead even between the 2 squads. You can see here that Star Gaming, they've got control of the center and they're sending Zilu round the side to attempt to disrupt further. Some really nice play from the teams here. I think 2 teams showing their competitive experience, that they know that the easiest kill to get is the one where the opponent's not even looking at you when you take it. Zilu up the stairs, goes right into the face of Brexit. Falls down. But Iluk is there with the backup, and that's what you get when you've got yourself the superior numbers, is you can pretty much always be guaranteed to bring more bodies to a fight. Vodka and the rest of Star Gaming, they're moving forward en masse. Looks like they're about to head out onto the field, an aggressive maneuver, and it pays off. Iluk grabs 2 in a row, 14 and 4. Very, very nice stuff. Star Gaming look to be on a pretty solid path here to equalising this series. I do apologise, I said that was the case for Sons of Anarchy before, but no. It's Blue Team Star Gaming, who I think I was so ready to see them win game number 1 that I just didn't even clock it in me old brain hole. Zilu manages to thread a imp shot right past the shield that was being deployed. That was absolutely brutal. Star Gaming taking it themselves into game number 3 if they can keep this up all the way to the end. 2 minutes left to play. Zilu, monstrous, and gets the double onto Veronica as well. We know just outside is Brexit, but Brexit does not want to go in there. Face to face with John, gets taken down, but Iluk able to come in 19 and 6. Ay, ay, ay. That is pretty crazy stuff from the Star Gaming leader. Brexit does manage to at least take Iluk off their feet for a few moments with a well-placed airstrike. We can see Volker and John, the rest of the job is getting done here for the Star Gaming members. I think this map has proven a lot tougher for the Sons of Anarchy to navigate. And Star Gaming, they've played it out so extremely well. Guys, we will have ourselves a community game once this one is done. ESL 1, 2, 3. As the last few kills come in. Sons of Anarchy, they're fighting their darndest, but they just don't seem to have a handle on how to deal with Star Gaming. Going down by 12 kills. That ties up the series 1-1. A blasting win. Blasted? But yes, in response to, who was it who was saying that before? Maria Olivares. I will definitely bring up the 2v2v2 idea when I next have my meeting, because I think that's actually a very doable idea. I think it would basically just work like a free-for-all where you share points. So yeah, I think that's totally doable. I will have to ask, but I think that could be a pretty strong candidate for just, you know, a why not kind of thing from Gameloft. Right. ESL 1, 2, 3. I think probably the main thing would be need to come up with a specific UI for it. Or maybe just have a free-for-all UI where everyone just joins up and let's go for a free-for-all museum. And it's just done teams by first, second player, third, fourth player. Which would be a bit awkward, but I think it could be done as a kind of proof of concept. Me sweet, welcome to the stream. Oh gosh. People, yes, so we encourage discussion here, but people who are coming to the stream just to flame everyone. No. Right, guys, ESL 1, 2, 3. Come and join. The game is up now. We'll be bringing in our third game between Star Gaming and the Sons of Anarchy in just a few short, precious moments. Taco is here to join us for this free-for-all. And a DMC as well. Alright, we'll see if we can grab a few more folks. Dear Decoy, lovely to see ya. How's it going? Yes, Maxwell Gaming, if people just come into the stream to flame, I'm sure, you know, I don't want to see it, I'm sure none of you guys want to see it either. So, that's going to be an instant kick out. Right, let's get this one started, whatever. Right. So guys, of course you can come and join in anytime you like. ESL 123, details in the bottom right of your screen. Let's get this underway as we continue to experiment with what I suspect are probably not terribly good weapons, but hey. We're here for you guys to try and figure out what the next OP thing could be. What is the time in Japan? I'm not even sure. But either way, konnichiwa or konbanwa, Decoy. I'm going to be taking a Japanese class with some friends of mine. Well, I say Japanese class. A friend of mine is teaching a Japanese class to us. Oh gosh, that was weird. Ahem.
Kind of, it looks like we do have a passkey.
Ah, did you figure out your microphone situation?
A bit. I can explain it to you afterwards.
Alright, well, it's good timing you did return, for we have ourselves our next ESL game, the decider between Star Gaming and Sons of Anarchy. Star Gaming playing a hell of a lot better in that last game. I think maybe recovering themselves. I wonder what it would have been like, actually, if they had again been a 3 versus 5. But apparently 4 versus 5, that's something Star Gaming can handle. Alright, we're getting into the lobby now. I think most of the players are ready to go. Let's see. Hoorah! Aha! Another swippy swap of the sides. Iluk, definitely the standout from the previous round. Got a truly ludicrous score. Sons of Anarchy, just waiting for the last couple of players to come in. So guys, we'll take ourselves a very, very small break until all the players are ready. As soon as all 5 are in, they'll start up, and we'll get to this decider game underway. We'll catch you guys in just a few short moments' time. We're back, everybody, and it's time for that decider game. Sons of Anarchy over in the blue, Star Gaming in the red. Our first game where all the members of all the teams are here, present and correct. The flurry of grenades flies out. Pennants above this battlefield. The Sons of Anarchy come out oh so slightly ahead of that first exchange. Zelu trying to sneaky beak around the side. Sniper rifle, not really the best weapon for some special ops maneuvers when you need to get up close and personal. But yeah, Shakur, welcome back. Nerv and Iluk in the chat throwing out probably some sass in Japanese. I don't even know. I've got nowhere with learning written Japanese so far. Shakur Carl, are they pro players? Well, if you're playing on iOS, you are playing for money. So if you're in the bounds of a team that actually win the tournament, I think you could be called pro player because you're winning money. So while none of these players would work full time in gaming to qualify them as a professional, I think if you're good enough to win money in a competition, I think that's good enough to call you a pro. So what's our situation here? Sons of Anarchy, they have got control of the central field. Star Gaming have been pressed back into the far top left-hand corner. Now, unlike other maps where you can kind of fight out of a corner quite effectively, here on Scramble, I think it's a lot less effective of a strategy. Airstrike coming in. Oh, let's see. Airstrike indicator. Like the new ones. I'm gonna see if we can get a better indicator put in for when airstrikes to actually show where they're going through, because I think that would be very neat. And it probably should have been in the game for a long time. Sons of Anarchy came in definitely as the favourites, as we can see the bomber going across the site. It's looking like the Star Gaming are trying to break out onto the main field in general, but they are getting absolutely threshed through. Grind for Max, you want the release of MC5? Well, I guess they could have him. Gamer FF, hello! Welcome to the stream. It's been quite a ride between the Sons of Anarchy and Star Gaming so far, as both have shown themselves capable of getting through and taking home the big prize here. Of course, they need to get through this round of competition, and then, only then, go on to the semi-finals for the potential place in the grand finals here today. It has been, between these two Japanese squads, quite a hell of a semi-final. We've got Poon's company and Kenex's team on the lower semi-final right now, so we'll be following this winner of this series forward in the competition, and only in the grand final will we likely see. Nice shot there from Who Am I? Picking up some sweet sniper kills. Star Gaming, again, this strategy feels so very risky from them. They're trying not to give over any more kills, but they put themselves in a position where it's very hard to generate a good quantity of kills in return. Behind by 10, Sons of Anarchy looking very, very good. John and Brexit trading kills across. Iluk trying to sneak out and find a flank on the Sons of Anarchy team. Get a couple of kills through that way, but this is not a high yield strategy that Star Gaming are running right now. They are burning through the time remaining, just trying to pick off individual kills. You can see Sons of Anarchy, they are more than happy to accept these rules of engagement. Vodka does pick up one, but as soon as that happens, in return, Sons of Anarchy come a charging and pick up several kills more. Brexit dodges out the sniper bullet. Iluk in from the side with the shred, can't quite find the target. Vodka able to get the job done, but it's now up to 14, 15 kills ahead. Sons of Anarchy definitely came in as tournament favourites, and they are destroying. Shakur Call, you got a new keyboard. Ah, excellent. A keyboard is extremely important piece of equipment as a keyboard, well, a PC player. If you've got a keyboard that's letting you down, then it can be very hard to do well. Brexit, 14 and 4 so far. Vodka does pick up a nice double kill for the Star Gaming squad, but time is trickling away through the sand, through the hourglass of Star Gaming's birth in this tournament. Brexit picks up 2. You can see that Star Gaming are just being run all over the map right now. They don't have a base of operations to work from. Instead, they're just having a series of 1v1, 2v1 fights, which the Sons of Anarchy are just dominating. We finally found out the answer. 5 versus 5, at least here on Scramble. Sons of Anarchy presenting themselves as a vastly superior team right here tonight. Brexit controlling the entrance where you can see Vodka and the rest of Star Gaming. They want to get in. They realise the critical error that they have made in letting the clock run this low, but it's not going to matter. Vodka gets 2, and 2 more for Sons of Anarchy. Star Gaming, they're going to go out fighting, but surely they're going to go out as Vodka will be the last victim. Sons of Anarchy, they have had to bite, scratch, and claw their way through the opening round of competition, but now they get the chance to move forward to the semis and have their shot at their country folk from Japan Brexit 17-7, pretty much single-handedly working their magic there. Veronica also doing some good stuff. The rest of the team, though, pretty average. It all only took one very, very good performance to push Sons of Anarchy into the semis, but there'll need to be a hell of a lot more to see them all the way to victory here today. Guys, ESL 1, 2, 3. Do come and join us for the next community game. We're going to make this one a break game. ESL 1, 2, 3, which means there'll be no commentary, but you'll still be playing on stream. Let's go for a team battle on the streets. Lucky Aiden, I can see you're very, very enthusiastic about saying hello to everyone. Welcome to the stream. Watch out for annoying Nightbot, because the more you do, the more Nightbot warns you, the longer your timeouts will be for. It starts really, really short to start with, like a second or so, but it ramps up quite dramatically. So I would recommend not angering Nightbot, because it's a hard-working bot. And it does a pretty good job of keeping everything in order here on the YouTube. Lucky Aiden, it's more than okay. It's a learning experience when you first come to the stream. A lot of people before you have fallen foul of Nightbot, and a lot of people after you will as well. Don't worry about it. But yep, the kind of stuff he doesn't like spamming the same thing. Don't type in caps as well. Joaquim Candida, welcome, welcome. How you doing? So RJ, I'm very much aware that Call of Duty Mobile has been a big factor in the mobile first-person shooter space, and we appreciate you guys who choose to spend your time with the state. We definitely appreciate. There's a lot to like, but I hope that you guys will find room in your heart if you're a Call of Duty Mobile player as well. There's absolutely no reason why you can't play both games and enjoy them both as well. Joaquim Candida, you'll be playing today, but your team have problems signing up. I'm afraid, Joaquim, I don't know anything about any kind of sign-up stuff. You can file a ticket through the ESL page if you'd like to get more information about what's going on there. But I don't have any control over that at all. Shakur Call. So we won't be playing this game. We're going to let you guys take center stage, but we'll be back on the other side of the break, which will be in 7 minutes or less, depending on how well you guys do. So enjoy, and we'll be back in just a few minutes' time. Lucky Aiden, thank you for the sub. We'll be right back. Alright guys, sorry for the wait there. It looks like that last game isn't going to be going forward. We were kind of waiting there to see if the enemy team would show up. Seems to be not the case, so in which case, we will get all a y'all back on the stream once again. Okay, yes, so it looks like things have been advanced. So we're going straight onto the grand finals. Deedless, who is on the card for our grand finals today?
Sons of Anarchy versus Poon Company.
Alright, that should be pretty great. So,
Oh yeah.
as we expected, it is a all-Japanese grand final. But we've got some familiar faces. I'm really excited to see Poon Company taking the field. As Uno pointed out, we've got some very familiar faces. Least of all, the team captain Poon. Got the Koi, who's been hanging around with some of our custom games as well, causing trouble. So yeah, it should be a good old time. It's some high quality MC5. Let's get this game started. And I think Bullet's probably going to regret being on our team. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, come on, man. You're gonna carry him.
Alright, so let's see. Lucky Aiden, who likes dogs? Well, some people, but some people do not. Oh no, it seems like Aiden licks dogs. Well, that's something else entirely. Don't worry, I think Hero Gaming Simon took your meaning. Oh gosh. When I panic with this particular control setup, I tend to miss the fire button with unfortunate frequency.
That's unfortunate. I like that gun.
Oh, this...
It really looks cool.
This is... Sorry, so that's what it was. I didn't miss the fire button. It's a burst firing rifle.
Oh, we do have a code counterfeit, so we need to get into the grand final. So that gun really looks cool. I wish it was used more in the ESL action because it really looks awesome.
Alright guys, so we're going to have to drop out that one. You can still come and join in with the passkey ESL 1, 2, 3, but we're headed to the finals. Lucky Aiden. Oh no, your dog passed away. That is really awful. I know how painful that can be. But yes. Our sympathies for your loss. Lucky Aiden. That really sucks. So guys, to the final itself, it looks like we've got ourselves, our teams, more or less ready to get things kicked off. Hero Gaming, Simon, do you have... I think you're one of the few people who can post in the chat. If you guys would like any pictures, if you do happen to love dogs, then I definitely recommend checking out Hero Gaming Simon's profile. Has their woof woof there.
The woof woof.
Their woof woof. Hey Gustav Reisland, welcome to the stream. You're just here at the right time. So, Poon Company against Sons of Anarchy. Let's get those names. Sorted out. I presume that... Yeah, I don't think Poon Company is quite a default name. But it's not terribly far from a player name, a player team. So name creativity not necessarily the strongest suit of the squad, but certainly has got a pretty powerful roster for our grand finals. $100 on the line for the winner here today. Whew. Lucky Eden, I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh, Dealers, you said?
You're obviously right, Confit, that everything is on the line here for these teams. When you have $100 as the main prize, and obviously those go for points as well, then you want to do as possible. So obviously the grand final is a high stakes match.
Oh, Dealers, your microphone seems to be going in and out. How strange.
Oh, I think it might have been because I was just fixing some settings in terms of notifications. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Cool. It was just because I'm on a new setup, ladies and gentlemen, and I keep hearing a ping noise whenever I mute myself. It's very irritating. But anyway, as I was saying, obviously $100 is a lot. You want to perform well in the grand final, and you want 100 go for points so you can participate in the monthly finals, kind of it. Oh yes, sir.
I could not have said it better myself. Sons of Anarchy over in the blue, Pooncomp over in the red. You can see the legendary Poons themselves returning it back to competition here today. A big day for MC5 Esports as to see some of our old guard returning to the field of battle, and we'll see if they can still hang with some of this new blood. Dealers, when you're old and grey and the years have caught up to you.
So when I'm around your age?
Yeah, that'll be about right. When your joints creak in the wind and you feel death's clammy hand on your shoulder, within you return to your old stomping grounds and say, well, I used to be good at these video games. Maybe these youngsters need a lesson teaching to them. Do you think that's what you'll do, Dealers?
I'm not sure. Though, I do hope that when I turn old, that I will have something to, or someone rather, to talk to about my early esports adventures.
I hope so as well. Perhaps when we're both carved into the side of a mountain. Not in terms of faces, but in terms of as some sort of punishment. Then people will still remember our names, whispered upon the breeze. Sons of Anarchy look like they've got themselves their almost complete roster. Our grand final about to begin with returning Poon and friends on the field along with Decoy, Nerve, H2PTM and MIT. Of course, one of the Old Glory members. Old Glory not playing here today, but MIT taking the chance to find themselves back with their old pals to dish out some surprising justice.
Yep, well, MIT is certainly someone that I'm looking forward to seeing. Alongside Poon and MIT, they are veterans of the scene, kind of it. So obviously, they should be able to pour out some interesting results here today.
Alright, last player we're waiting on. Lucky Aiden, what's your favourite gun? For me, it's gotta be the Tony. That's the prestige crossbow that does no damage at all. What about you, Deedless?
I quite like the Imp, but that's mainly over towards the Battle Royale, because that's the main mode of MC5 that I play. And in that mode I really like the Imp, because it's a one-shot, one-kill, and it's simply just the best weapon.
I think, yeah, it's super strong in Battle Royale. I think, like, you know, you can get the BSW, which tend to be used fairly interchangeably, but I think given that you're forced into close quarters fighting by Battle Royale eventually, having the Imp is probably going to be better overall.
Well, just the fact that you can kill someone from afar as well makes it so incredibly strong and such a powerful weapon. You don't really need a boss, you don't really need, what's it called, the best automatic weapon as well. You don't really need those weapons. As long as you have that Imp, you can win any Battle Royale game. Just because you can kill people from afar, you can kill them up close. Because it's a one-shot point-kill weapon. But obviously, we're not in a Battle Royale, we are in a team deathmatch kind of it. And we don't really see those Imps very often, though. That BSW, something that Who Am I is bringing to the field.
It does seem like as much as the Imp and the BSW sniper rifles share usually fairly equal spotlights, BSW favoured by the Sons of Anarchy this time round, as we head out for our first game of the finals, and we are seeing Brexit, the number 2 player for Sons of Anarchy, getting pretty cheeky with some early moves towards Pooncomp.
But like the actual Brexit, it gets shut down kind of it, and we're back to a neutral state.
Veronica doesn't believe in neutrality. Coming around and smashing down some fools, that big old shield, denying everything that Poon Comp has thrown at them so far. 3-0, a very solid start for the Sons of Anarchy.
Well, after all, Iran is from Japan and not from Switzerland, kind of it, so not very neutral at all. On top of that, shoots 3 people with that shotgun right there. Having a squad of 6-0 right now definitely shows that the Sons of Anarchy, they're here to create chaos.
Wow, that was pretty nasty stuff from Veronica. Managing to make an absolute dust of Poon Comp so far. Extremely impressive stuff. 7-0 so far. I mean, that's the difference between the two teams pretty much in one player. But the rest of Sons of Anarchy also taking advantage of the space that Veronica's opened up to start smashing some fools of their own. Finds another 1v1, absorbing so much damage. The Nerve actually manages to punch through though from way up on high with the Cog V.
Now Nerve, just sitting at 2-2 kind of it, not quite the MVP yet here for Poon Company, but any kill matters right now. With them falling behind here in the grand final scenario, they need these kills. They can't afford to fall much further behind against the Sons of Anarchy.
Poons does get taken out by Brexit there. Lucky Aiden, I'm glad that we could provide you with some comfort in what must be a very difficult time for yourselves. But that's one of the great things, but I suppose that we're able to bring all these folks together. I'm glad that it's able to do something nice for you as well. Poon Comp look like they're in real trouble here. Let's see. Yeah, none of their players have got a positive kill death assist ratio at all. Poons, who we were so excited to see come back before, is currently the score leader for the Poon Comp team, but 6-8. It's looking like this could be a short-lived reunion tour for Poon's squad.
Yeah, we are nearly halfway kind of fit, and Sons of Anarchy, they are already halfway in terms of kills that they need. Poon Comp not looking too hot right now, and as you highlighted, with their top score being 6-8, really just goes to show that they aren't really ready to fight in this grand final quite yet, and that they need, well, perhaps a game to warm up on.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? You know, when you've been away from the scene for such a long time, you've got to deal with everything that's happened in your absence. Right now, the biggest thing that's happened is Veronica just knocking Poon Comp all the way to Mars.
Veronica sitting at 13 kills kind of fit and only 3 deaths. Quite unheard of. Veronica simply just coming out and taking matters into their own hands. Not giving Poon Comp single chance of controlling this game, and with us sitting at 45 kills right now, this game is just about to be over.
You can see that the Poon Comp are still trying to fight with everything they have, but the numbers are against them here. You can see their team are getting divided up by a victorious Sons of Anarchy squad who are just driving through them. Poons does get the double kill there with a nice pincer maneuver, but I think time has run out in this first game. And while Poon Comp may have history behind them, Sons of Anarchy looking to erase that in the museum.
Oh yes, kind of fit. And now with those with that 14 kill advantage, Sons of Anarchy, they just look way better than their opponents. And MIT and the rest of Poon Comp, they need to figure out a new way to play in this grand final, because Sons of Anarchy, they came in fast, they found those kills, and everyone performed. It's not something you see every day that you have more than 3 players with over 10 kills. But you can see Sons of Anarchy, they completely just gave everyone a bit of the burden, and they all helped carry.
Alright guys, we're going to see if we can get you back in. T-Mobile flaming Poon after that first round performance. I mean, that's what happens. You know, you've got these high expectations as a returning player to the scene. By all rights, you know, you shouldn't really be able to come in and immediately start destroying everybody. It takes time, it takes work to get back to your old form. I think that can be frustrating, for players and for viewers as well, to have those expectations that you can be just as good as you once were immediately. Coming back in again. There we go, Poon Gaming getting in on the flaming of themselves. I think that's the best way to handle it, personally.
I don't think you should flame anyone.
Alright, so T-Mobile is trusting Poon Gaming. They've apparently, the enough punishment for flaming them in the chat has been dished out. Dealers, you've been around the scene for a while. I'm sure you've seen teams come and go. I imagine you must have seen your own share of players coming back to the scene after a long break. Do you think this is going to be the Poon comeback story, or is it too early to be looking towards a tournament victory for a returning player like Poon?
Well, you know what, kind of it. If we see the same performance from Sons of Anarchy, then I don't see how Poon Company can even stand a chance, because that was incredible. Just them sharing the burden and making sure that everyone could perform. Like, just seeing 4 players with over 10 kills each was incredible, and something that you don't get to see every day.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said for, when you've got one player who's doing really, really well, they create so much opening on the map because the opponents just aren't there because they're dead. So you've got so much more of a chance to go through and pick up your own kills, kind of ride that player's wave all the way through to the end. Official Alan Gaming. I appreciate you guys in the chat trying to give Poon Company your well wishes for the rest of the final. I think they're going to need all the positive energy they can muster. So I'm just going to come a quick check if they might have changed key, because we're not seeing that game 2. Official Alan Gaming, are you an MC5 YouTuber? I think I've come across you before. If any of you guys are content creators who've got yourselves a decently sizable channel, which has to be 1,000 subs or greater, for example, on YouTube, you can get in touch with Gameloft and join their creator program, which will give you early access to patches for betas to make your own videos about MC5, as well as much closer access to the Gameloft developers themselves through our community managers. So, yeah. There we go. Lucky Aiden, you got this. Oh, there we go. Our lobby is up.
Yay!
So I think we're going to have a little bit of a delay while the players get into place. In which case, guys, we'll take ourselves a very small break while the players filter in. Once we return, we shall see if Poon Comp, emboldened by all of you guys' encouraging words, can turn this series back around, or whether it will be Sons of Anarchy styling all over the returning Poon Comp. We'll find out in just a few short minutes' time. Welcome back, y'all. Sons of Anarchy and Poon Comp round 2. Sons of Anarchy dominating the first encounter. Dealers, do you think all the well wishes from the folks spectating, all of their hopes and dreams will be enough to bring the series back for Poon Comp?
Well, you know what kind of fit? Sons of Anarchy, they played so well in game number 1. They worked together as a team, I feel like, and they were just able to have a 14 kill lead against Poon Company towards the end, with 4 players all sharing that load. So honestly, Sons of Anarchy, they are the team to beat here in this grand final.
We have got the numbers advantage for Poon Comp, as for a while there it was 4 versus 4, no longer the case. The Poon Comp in blue, currently occupying the back part of the map, do give over a couple of early kills, but it's immediately taken back. It doesn't look like either team committing in for a definitive early strategy, as the 5th player comes in for the Sons of Anarchy as well. Both teams giving each other a respectful amount of space, as Poons does manage to pick up the lead. It looks like we're playing keep away for the time being.
It does make sense what the Sons of Anarchy they're doing right now, kind of it, just staying on the outside, bringing out those snipers and that long-range combat. You don't have to go into the actual construction site, you can just stay outside and try to find those picks. But at the same time, that tactic isn't really effective when you're behind in terms of kills. And right now, Poon Company, they do stand that best chance, seeing as how they do have the lead. But now Sons of Anarchy, they pick that back, so now they can fall back and they can grab themselves control over the outside.
Veronica, the hero of the previous game for the Sons of Anarchy squad, also doing well this time round. I think for Poon Comp it's important to try and make sure Veronica spends as little time on the field as possible. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing Poon Comp facing down both barrels. 2-0 at this point for Poon Comp is almost a death sentence.
Oh, absolutely counterfeit. And you have to say that for Poon Comp, at this point in time, they should know what to do. They are a team consisting of a bunch of old veterans. They have that experience, but it just feels like perhaps the veterans, they have fallen off. Because right now, the newcomers, Sons of Anarchy, they are just performing way better, and they are taking Poon Comp down with currently a 13 kill lead.
It's looking like it's the same old story again. The Sons of Anarchy just destroying through, and it makes me wonder, we're looking at, while we may have a very star-studded lineup for Poon Comp, how much they practice together, how much time they put into their return to the competitive field. Bear in mind, guys, this is not the first rodeo for Sons of Anarchy at all. As we mentioned before, the Sons of Anarchy, you know, the crucible for them, what has formed them as a team, is getting beaten over and over by Old Glory, a team that a lot of players and a lot of viewers, I suspect, consider to be one of the best in the MC5 scene. So they are no pushover whatsoever. I think Poon Comp seem like they've got a long way to go before they can really measure up.
Does look that way, counterfeit. Poon Comp simply just not able to stand the ground against their opponents right here, who are nearly done with this game already.
Official Alan Gaming, you're going to make some MC5 content. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I hope that goes very well for you. If you do end up in ESL competition, then that can make a very good content for it. Honestly, I'd love to see more people posting about their ESL tournament experiences. I'd love to see their games from their point of view, to hear the team's comms as well. I think it would be honestly super fascinating. As the Sons of Anarchy, they will take themselves game number 2. Last fight from Poon Comp. It's over. It's more than double the score of Poon Comp by the end. Sons of Anarchy, they just don't seem to know the meaning of the word mercy.
Oh, not at all, counterfeit. They take down their opponents, and once again, it's just all about these 3-4 players carrying the entirety of the team. If you could swap back over to the scoreboard, you can see you have 3 players who are above 10 kills. You have one player who's nearly close to 10 kills as well. Sons of Anarchy, they all help build up this team. They're all equally good, and Pooncomp, they just can't deal with all the pressure that's coming from all these different angles.
Alright guys, so that means Pooncomp have got one last chance to stay in the competition coming up once they get set up once again. Pooncomp, headed up by Poon, I think just had a real rough time of things in the previous game. I kind of feel like if I was in Poon's shoes, you know, coming in as a player that everyone's so excited to see play, and in a very tough situation like they are here, the pressure's really going to start to get to you as, you know, the central figure in your team. And if you can't, you know, bring the team to victory yourself, then, I don't know, I kind of feel like that's got to really wear on your ability to focus coming into this all-important game number 3.
Well, I'm sure you are right, kind of. When you are that leader, then you want to show the way, but right now you just can't see that coming in here. I think what would be the best for Pooncomp would be to just take a deep breath, try and reset their mentality, and perhaps take a bit of a break, like take a 5-minute break. There's no reason to rush into things once again. You can take it slow, you can take it steadily. It doesn't hurt to just not necessarily talk things through and just sit 5 minutes where you get that mental reset.
Alright guys, do come and join us as we try and sneak in a community game between games 2 and 3 of the Grand Finals. ESL 1, 2, 3, the Contraseña, the passkey, the clave del juego, ESL 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll see if we can fit one of these in. There's a decent chance we won't be able to, as T-Mobile cries out from the hilltops in the wilderness across those wide open valleys, calling for Poon to come to them once more and receive their benedictions heading into game number 3. Oh boy, I honestly wouldn't want to be in the Poon team's shoes right now, but they've got just as good a chance of winning this next game as any game. They're going to need to show us something real special though.
But now, kind of it, we did get that last passkey now, so we are about to get ready, kind of it. We are about to get into that game that could be all deciding.
Alright guys, so it looks like there wasn't time for a community game. So instead, with us, turn your eyes towards our grand final, game number 3. Panama, your grind is complete. Excellent news. Please do throw all your positive vibes towards the Poon team's way. They're going to need all the help they can get. Getting absolutely beaten down 2 games in a row by Sons of Anarchy. It's going to be a hell of a last game this evening if Poon can't bring it back. Dealers, I think at this point, I would take a 3rd game loss for Pooncomp if just they could look competitive doing it.
Absolutely, kind of it. I think that for Pooncomp, what they need to do right now is just show that Sons of Anarchy, they aren't a team that can go unbeaten into the night. Just show that you can make a few dents into their armor, because right now, Sons of Anarchy, they've been completely dominating Pooncomp for 3 games. If you can just somehow show a bit of light, then I'm sure you would look way better.
Official Allen Gaming, how do you be a moderator? Well, the moderators are chosen extremely occasionally from people who are consistently in the chat and helping out. So Hero Gaming Simon is the exemplar here. He was helping out in the chat way before was a moderator, just answering people's questions when we weren't able to, and just generally, you know, just being a great person. That's all you basically just need to do. Is just consistently over a long period of time be in the chat, be helping out. It's not something you would, that is going to be something that a lot of people would want to do, because in of itself, it's a lot of time and effort being put into something that if you don't just want to do it for its own sake, I wouldn't try and become a moderator. Because as I said, Hero Gamer 7, very special case along with Hunter and Big Gorilla. Those guys will put an enormous amount of time into MC5. As Hero Gaming started, I take those eyes as being kind of an embarrassed face. But yeah. So yes, basically, be the apex of the community is how to become the moderator. It's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that happens over even a month. We've seen other people come into the chat and like try and be community leaders for a while, but it doesn't stick. Because if you are doing it to become a moderator, it won't work. You have to want to do it anyway. Panama, who was the number one in ESL since 2018? Gosh, I don't think we've got records in that kind of way, but certainly Old Glory have been doing very well for a while. Victory of Lords as well have also been very, very strong. Hero Gaming Simon, thank you.
Well, we did also have one Japanese squad that just completely dominated all the Blue Cups for, what, like a period of 2 months?
Which one was that?
Oh, I can't remember. It's like 4 or 5 months ago. Was it Into the Wild?
Oh yeah, Into the Wild I think have started doing better recently. There was Old Glory and who was the team that displaced them? Sorry, I'm suddenly drawing a blank.
Well, we did have Impossible Missions for.
That's right. Yes.
And in Grave Memory, wasn't that the team that completely dominated everything for like 2 months?
I'm not sure, but I can believe it. Salve, Metalario, bienvenido. Welcome to the stream. You're from Brazil. Panama, you're Russian. Great to have all you guys here today for what could be the last gasp for Pooncomp in this competition, yet to taste a single victory. Will this map on Vantage be the time that Pooncomp come alive, or will it be the full crushing 3-game defeat?
Well, kind of it, they have 7 minutes to show us that they can get alive, so starting out well, finding 2 kills to begin with, but actually, I think you need to swap around the scoreboard. Because
I do.
They are on the right side, so actually they're not starting out pretty well. They are already 3 kills down, and Sons of Anarchy, they're putting up quite a pace to begin with.
Pooncomp are managing to fight back a little bit though. We can see that there's fighting going on, fierce fighting at the bottom of the map. Brexit though cleans up that fight before going down. Great use of the extreme firepower of that shred. MIT grabbing another, but Brexit just impregnable. Unable to be shifted until MIT finally puts them down. 3 kills coming in for the Pooncomp, almost puts them back in contention. But Pooncomp, they are playing things real cautious so far. You can see Poons trying to sneaky beak around to the side while the rest of the team keeps the Sons of Anarchy pinned down.
But it makes so much sense to play this way, kind of it. Play cautious, you only have 1 life left. You're not a cat, you don't have 9 lives, you only have 3, so you want to play it cautiously, you want to reduce the amount of risks and chances that you take in the game. So even though Sons of Anarchy, they force you into these chaotic states, you do want to try and limit that, and that's what Poon Company are doing, and it's working out so far. They have a 3-kill lead.
Yeah, real nice play these last few seconds from Pooncomp. MIT, of course, you'll notice that tag at the beginning of their name at Old Glory, OLG. MIT, a hot signing for the Old Glory team a little while back. We know he's an excellent player, and we're getting to see some shades of that now, as Veronica almost stops the momentum, stops the train for Pooncomp. But this could be it, dealers. This could be the game where Poons and the rest of Pooncomp are finally able to find their feet in the series.
Yeah, this could be their comeback, but I wouldn't count Sons of Anarchy out quite yet, Counterfeit. They are explosive and they can find those kills, but MIT looks like they've put everyone from Pooncomp in their backpack, and right now they are carrying by just finding kills all over the place. MIT, right now, Counterfeit, I could believe they have over 10 kills.
13 and 9 so far, providing the firepower there. But look at Poons, team leader of Pooncomp until that moment, 7 and 1 for the Pooncomp team. You have to know from seeing Poon in the chat before, they've been listening to the stream, they've been watching what everyone's been saying. This has been the game where they seem to be the one to step up. Huge for the squad. MIT's got the numbers, but for Poon, 7-2, that's such a good kill-death ratio.
Oh, absolutely. So it really helps having MIT find those kills and then Poons being able to back that up while not dying. So Poon Comp, they buy themselves another chance here at the lottery. And they might even find themselves a winning prize if they can win the next game too.
We'll check in with Veronica, having a much tougher time this time round, but that 7-13 scoreline, don't let them fool you. Veronica still absolutely deadly, deploying the sniper this time round, but doing it in very close quarters, proving less effective than before. Up to 49, Poon Comp, could this be their first victory of the finals? Who Am I and Brexit get more kills in, but Poon Comp get over the finish line. That's their first victory of the finals, and they will get to see a game number 4.
Poon Comp, they won't go quietly into the night, counterfeit, and they fight back. MIT and Poon, they come in and show us what they are made of. While Poons didn't find a lot of kills, just finding a few kills here and there and not dying too much allows for a star player like MIT to really shine through. But this victory from Poon Comp is way closer than the victories that Sons of Anarchy they have had. So Poon Comp, they need to reduce the amount of kills that they give up, or else we could surely see them fall in the next game because it was so close.
Panama, I do remember Boss, though my memory's a little fuzzy. The name definitely seems very familiar. So guys, we'll be getting our next game set up, quite likely before this 7 minutes are up. But each of the times before, the teams have been setting up the games too quickly for us to have a custom game between. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Game 4, Sons of Anarchy and Poon Comp. The beginning of hope blossoming for the Poon composition. Let's see if MIT and the rest of the squad can reverse sweep here and defy all the odds. Coming up next. It's time, Deedless. It's time for the comeback of the century. Poon Comp with 1 game win. All they need, Deedless, is 2 games more to complete not just a comeback to form, but a tournament victory on their first time out. Are you a believer, Deedless? Do you think Poon Comp can take these next 2 games?
Well, I think they have a chance, Counterfeit, but at the same time, Sons of Anarchy, whenever they've won, it's just been so much fast-paced. It's just been way more dominant from their side, while when Poon Comp, they win, it's very, very close. So I can't perhaps be more dominant and try and find more kills and really just punish Sons of Anarchy for making those mistakes before I can become a believer.
Right now, Poon Comp, they are running out the clock in the top left-hand corner. We had this discussion on the previous stream. Personally speaking, I'm not a big fan of this style of play from teams when they're behind. Because all that Sons of Anarchy needs to do at this point is nothing and they'll win. Which is not a great position to be in as 2 more kills come in to the Sons of Anarchy's side. I think Old Glory, MIT, the rest of them, they need to come out fighting here, or they're going to be taken to pieces. Sons of Anarchy already breaking through, nearly doubling up on Poon Comp's early scores. The Koi does get 1 back for the squad, but coming around the side, Masuo and Brexit. Nice grenade, though, keeps them away.
Very problematic here for Poon Comp. Behind by 4 kills. They need to start finding kills, and right now MIT fortunately pushing out.
Woo!
It's reduced down to 1 kill Counterfeit. This helps right here against the Sons of Anarchy. Finally, Poon Comp, they just lure Sons of Anarchy into their lair, and then they come sprinting out like a deadly spider.
Let's see how well Sons of Anarchy struggle out from the web that has been woven amongst them. This has got to be quite a shock after such a strong start. Bombing run comes in, disrupting Sons of Anarchy as they try and set up for their next push.
17-15, Poon Comp in control so far, Counterfeit. It's still very close here against the Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh.
A bit too close for my comfort, but Sons of Anarchy, they're not giving up. Brexit finds a kill right there onto Poon's bot. Nerve, with that bomber, comes in and buys a bit more time, and now Poon Comp, they're pulling back once again. This is more when you are in the lead, you can control the tempo, and you can afford to pull back and force your opponents to come into your castle and siege upon you.
Mohammed said, asking why MIT is in this team, which they treat as a trash team. The reason is, Mohammed said, is we've got the return of legendary player Poons, who's put together this team just for this tournament. As you can see, I don't think they have had that much recent experience in MC5, but the players on the Poon Comps coming together, forsaking their normal teams. As you can see here, MIT usually playing for Old Glory. So MIT giving up their time to try and give Poon and that team the best chance of not just coming back to the field, but coming back to the field strong.
Now with a 3-kill lead, Counterfeit, Poons needs to find a way out of that hole they've dug themselves into with all those kills. Need to get their mind back on track. They are the captain after all. You need to lead your team to the victory.
MIT, beautiful grenade hit through there. 8 and 4 as Poons picks up Veronica. That's a big player down from the Poon Comp side. 3 minutes left to play. MIT, nice hit through there on Zara. And you see this from our pro players. They will find angles to shoot from, which you just don't seem like they should be possible, as MIT does it again.
MIT, the true MVP right now from Poon Comp, making this comeback happen. Counterfeit, Sons of Anarchy apparently being pushed up against the wall now, and they can't find a way to deal with Poon Comp. Apparently, Sons of Anarchy, they don't perform too hard when they aren't in control of the game, when they can't really set the pace. That's what's happening right now. MIT is the one setting the pace, and that's hurting SOA so hard.
Who am I struggling in this one as they try and work the way around the flank? Despite all the odds, Poon Comp, they're doing amazingly here. We've got strong performances from MIT, from Nerve and Decoy, all 3 of them. The Trident that is spearing the Sons of Anarchy right now. so far ahead, hole 11 with 2 minutes left to play. We could be going to a final 5th game. What a story this will be for Poon on their big return.
They need 10 more kills, kind of fit. They do have 1 minute and 45 seconds to find that. Sons of Anarchy still 15 kills behind. And honestly, at this point in time, Sons of Anarchy, they just have to think. But 5, they have to think about how do they get back. Because now they've lost 2 games in a row. It's a huge mental blow. But they're not out of it yet. They need to find a way on how to deal with Decoy and how to deal with MIT.
Veronica, still a strong player for the Sons of Anarchy, but it is Brexit who's carrying most of their kills so far. Time has run out here for Sons of Anarchy. Pooncomp close to 50. Sons of Anarchy not even breaking through to 30 yet. I'm sure they'll get there before the end. But as you can see, T-Mobile very excited in the chat to see their friend and colleague, no doubt. Poon squad managed to make it back in. Nerve has really stepped up in this game. There's been some truly fantastic grenade throws and Cog V usage. The angles they found here, this is the experience finally coming through for Pooncomp.
And you know what, kind of fit? Fortunately for Sons of Anarchy, we're moving on to Streets next up. So that will be a map that should favor them. It's a really compact map. There's so many different ways that you can attack your opponents. So if they can get that lead early on and they can set that tempo and decide how fast the game will be moving, then I feel like that map is probably the best possible map for them to play on. But then again, we have seen strategies where you just go out to one side and you wait for your opponents to come through 2 to 3 different choke points. So there's definitely some work to be cut out for Sons of Anarchy.
And what better place for our final game between these two than the original and probably most popular map. If Pooncomp have been shaking off the ring rust in games 1, 2, 3 and 4, this is the time to see what they're capable of. A 5th and final game for all the marbles. Pooncomp, SOA, the Sons of Anarchy, one more time today. And let's see if the Poon dream can be real. We'll be back in just a few short minutes' time. Boom. The sound of silence will reign supreme over the streets when we find out by the end of this game, is the Poon Comp dream real, or has it all been a mirage, Deedless?
Well, Poon Comp, they have one last chance to show us that this comeback is something that they can be proud of and that they can pull through. Kind of it. They are off to a very good start, finding 3 kills already to begin with, and actually setting a tempo 5 kills within the first 20 seconds.
Now we know you guys watching here today have gotten behind the unlikeliest of teams, the unlikeliest of heroes in returning Poon and the Poon Comp. What a start for them as they are pushing Sons of Anarchy off the map entirely. Respawns coming in as Brexit gets cut down. What is going on? The Sons of Anarchy just about getting their 5th player onto the field. If the Poon Comp keep up this kind of pressure, the Anarchists may not even get started.
No way. Poon Comp could just take them to town immediately and cut them down.
Whoa!
Just what MIT is doing. H2PTM are also on fire. MIT with 5 kills already to begin with, kind of fit. We haven't even crossed 2 minutes, and Poon Comp, they're close to the halfway mark.
Very impressive start, but can they get over that finish line? Poon Comp, MIT doing very well. We can see you guys in the chat acknowledging how much MIT has put into this team's performance. But it's no one-person army here. MIT charges forward, takes down 3 people at once. I take back every word I just said.
That was beautiful right here from Poon Comp. They are doing so much work for themselves and doing themselves a favor by coming out and really just taking the fight to Sons of Anarchy, saying, okay, this is how you want to play, and now we take your playstyle and we just perfect it.
Whoa, Zara though just putting a heavy haymaker to the skull of the Poon Comp team. Managing to slam in so many kills, that gap is closing down. But Decoy steps up, pulls out even more damage. Poon Comp, they are racing towards the finish line here. The Sons of Anarchy, they're catching up, but it might not be in time.
No, with Poon Comp up 9 kills. Now make that 10 counterfeit. This will surely be over. We aren't even halfway in this game, and Poon Comp, they're making a comeback to reverse sweep.
Zara does get a lockdown, but H2PTM grabs another. MIT going absolutely crazy bonkers banana. Takes down 2. They're gonna do it. Poon Comp on the return have managed to get nearly up to 50. Sons of Anarchy, they do not know what hit them. Of course, we know MIT hit them.
Yeah, and Decoy. Poon Comp winning 3 games in a row, making this comeback happen, counterfeit. That was beautiful here. Sons of Anarchy, they won the first 2 games, but they just couldn't compete. They couldn't change their playstyle. And Poon Comp, they came in and said, okay, we figured you out. We can win the next 3 games. You winning 2 games in a row doesn't matter. We have our mentality in the right place, and we can just turn things around.
Wow, writing to Uno now, saying the words I thought we'd never be able to say, but we can because of a 19-8 performance from MIT. Honestly, that warms my freaking heart, D-list. MIT played out of their mind to make Poon's dream come true. They return to the field, and in their very first tournament back, they take the victory. What an incredible performance. I don't know if Poon Comp is going to come back in that form, maybe even ever again. But for right here and now, it happened, and Poon is your champion.
Congratulations, counterfeit. That was beautiful. They win $100 plus those go for points, so they are 1 step closer to qualifying for the monthly finals.
Oh boy. Well, guys, that's going to be all we've got time for this evening. Poon Company, congratulations. An incredibly hard-fought game. T-Mobile, I'm sure you must be very happy. The Old Glory team is showing up to give their respects across to MIT for an incredible performance in the last game. And of course, to Poon themselves for making what an incredible comeback. Our thank yous to Hero Gaming Simon for being and moderating the chat. Always invaluable. For Uno being our moderator today. Guys, if you haven't already, please do follow Modern Combat on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever you find Modern Combat for all the latest news. If you'd like to see more of myself and Dealus, then you can find our details in the chat right now. For now though, that's going to be it for us this evening. Thank you guys again for coming and joining us. We will be back at 4 o'clock UK time tomorrow. Do go across and check out the ESL Discord and the ESL page if you'd like to join in with the competition yourself. Maybe you're a returning old-timer who wants to come out of retirement one last time and show those newbies what you're made of. For now though, thank you guys. This has been the November Blue Cup number 4, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.